What's growing on, gardeners? On today's 2-minute garden tip, I'm going to expose the shocking truth behind fruit tree chill hours. Hopefully, this will help you avoid disaster. If you have ever purchased a fruit tree, particularly a deciduous fruit tree native to a temperate region, you may have seen a requirement for something called chill hours on the listing. Chill hours are a measure of the total number of hours an area spends between 32 and 45 degrees Fahrenheit on average over the course of an entire winter. Many fruit trees require a minimum amount of time within that temperature range while they are undergoing dormancy to bloom and fruit the following year. Temperatures below freezing do not count towards this number. Also, chill hours don't need to be consecutive. It is a total accumulation during the entire time the tree is dormant. Understanding minimum requirements for chill hours is very straightforward. For example, if you planted an apple tree that requires 800 minimum chill hours and your area only accumulated 400 chill hours during the tree's dormancy period, your tree will likely flower poorly or perhaps not at all, and you'll get no fruit that year. Always make sure your area gets enough chill hours for the fruit tree varieties you select. Otherwise, they will just be glorified ornamentals, producing no fruit. This map is an indicator of nationwide chill hours, but I recommend searching for dedicated chill hour maps for your state, which typically have greater detail. But some gardeners fall into a trap when they select fruit tree varieties for their area. That is, they select low chill varieties of fruit trees, thinking they will just avoid the whole chill hour pitfall. Big mistake. It is nearly just as dangerous to select varieties of fruit trees that require dramatically less chill hours than your climate provides. That is because low chill hour fruit trees break dormancy earlier. So if you live in New Jersey, where you average 1,600 chill hours a year, and then you plant some low chill apple variety developed for the Southeast that only requires 300 to 400 chill hours to break dormancy, chances are that apple tree is going to wake up from dormancy too early, well before your last frost date, bloom too early, and then you'll lose all of your flowers from late freezes. The end result will also be little to no fruit production. We can see this phenomenon in action. This is a low chill variety of apple called Sundowner, and it only requires 200 to 300 chill hours in order to flower. As a result, it's March 29th and it has already broken bud, and the tree is leafing out. I imagine I will probably see flowers on this tree any day now. However, right next to it is a variety called Pink Pearl that requires 600 chill hours, 2 to 3 times more, and it is almost entirely dormant. There are virtually no signs of life on this tree at all, except one little growth tip right here that has started to break bud. This tree right here is a low chill variety of peach called Bonanza, and it only requires 250 chill hours. As a result, it has completely broken dormancy already, it is totally leafed out, and it is covered in flowers. There are so many flowers on this little tree considering how small it is. But only feet away is another variety of peach called Betty. Now this is a pretty rare peach that isn't well documented, but it was a seedling discovered in Washington State, so it is definitely not a low chill variety. While it has leafed out, it is many weeks behind Bonanza. In fact, I only see one flower that has emerged on this peach tree. While Asian persimmon chill hours are poorly documented, this Ichikike Jiro variety is considered cold hardy down to zone 6 because its higher chill requirement keeps it dormant longer, protecting it from late frosts and freezes. As you can see, mine is just starting to wake up with some fresh green buds. But this Giambo persimmon is a notoriously early bloomer that is highly susceptible to late frosts. This 4-year-old tree has woken up for me too early twice, causing all of its tender young foliage to be killed and even some tip burn on the branches. This makes this variety very tough to grow in areas colder than zone 7, but it also makes it an excellent choice to grow in areas like South Florida that experience very little amounts of chill. Always select fruit tree varieties that are compatible with your area's climate. Find your average number of chill hours and shoot for varieties that require a couple hundred hours less to be safe. It's alright to select earlier varieties with chill hour requirements several hundred below your average, but don't be extreme about it. Don't plant low chill varieties if you live in a high chill climate, and of course, don't plant high chill varieties if you live in a low chill area. Your best resource is going to be your county's local cooperative extension website. Check your county's cooperative website because they probably have tons of articles dedicated to proven varieties that do well where you live. And that's today's 2-Minute Garden Tip. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.